Hey everyone, how's it going? It has been a while. Anyway, today I want to kind of give you like a recap of 2018, kind of where we're headed in, 2019. What I've been up to, all those things, and how I kind of rebranded the group. And if you noticed that to Enrolling Mastery, because that's what it's really about, getting clients to, say yes and to invest in themselves and invest in you. So anyway, let's start, I guess, with the lessons I learned in 2018 because there's been a there's been a ton. So one of the things is to to truly love what you do, right, and be in alignment. Because if you're not, then it's just so much harder. It's a lot of work. At the end of the day, life is short. At the beginning of the year, I lost a friend. He passed away, and he was only a couple years older than me. So it kind of puts things in perspective. And your clients, if you don't help them, then most likely they're just going to continue suffering. And who knows? We don't have much time. They might go and never have that peace that you could help them with, right? So yeah, I wasn't really in alignment. I took some sales jobs just to make money, and yeah, it wasn't worth it. Like one of them, it's just a lot of hours. The money was good, but I wasn't able to see my kid much. I mean, a couple, like 4 or 5 days a week, I'd see him for 15 minutes in the morning before he went to school, and that's it. By the time I got home, he was in bed, and I'd catch him right before I went to school. And I was, there's no amount of money that's worth that. Not to me anyway. And then I did another one where I was just wasn't a fit. I didn't care for the clientele, and it was just exhausting. It was just exhausting, just so draining, So another thing I learned is for me and everyone, like clients, is we all have to stop being selfish, and we all do it. Most people do, right? Anytime you have any kind of fear, resistance, any kind of what do they call it? Imposter syndrome or something like that, any of your doubts, it's all because we're focusing on ourselves, being selfish, instead of focusing on like really serving our clients and getting through our own bullshit to help them, right? So, yeah, that's the best leverage you can have on yourself is to help other people. And another thing I learned is really cool. I've just been experimenting with this maybe the last month or so. It's called like doing the opposite, right? So it's kind of a weird thing. So kind of how our mind works. Here's the thing. If you don't like to run, you probably should start running. Do you know what I mean? Just to get, even at the gym, my mind, like I want to do like 20 minutes, a workout, right? And on a cardio. And my mind starts saying, oh, maybe you should do 15, this and this and this. So every time that voice in my head does that, I just, okay, now we're going to do 30 minutes, and just go the opposite. So I've been doing that. I've been doing cold showers, stuff like that, because it's really about mindset. If you don't have a strong mindset, obviously, you have to have skills, because you can have the best mindset in the world and no skills, and it's never going to work, right? So, but you need to really have a bulletproof mindset, because clients come to the call and their fears and their doubts are so strong. If you don't have a bulletproof mindset, you're going to stop believing it, and it's just those how the calls can get long, and it's just a nightmare. I don't want to go down that road, but yeah. So you really need to have a bulletproof mindset, and I do that by challenging myself, because we are not what we think, right? We're not our mind. That's just the voice in our head, you know what I mean? So it's just stories and bullshit and programming. So we can definitely reprogram that. And essential to being great at enrolling is really getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? So anyway, so like I said, what I've been up to, yeah, I did that. I got burned out. I was doing videos, and kind of got burned out, and I was just doing them, and I was just, I don't know. I was hoping to get a better response, and I was selfish. Like I said, I was just making it about me. I wanted, like, no one was. I didn't feel like people cared, and I was just like, oh, whatever. I got better stuff to do, and I was just being silly and selfish, right? So anyway, and then at the end of the year, I quit a sales gig I had, and best thing I ever did. As soon as I quit, I ended up getting some clients, and and it's just been great because I've been really busy. I've been doing like 4 to 5 coaching calls a week, and it's been amazing because I just love it. I love being on the calls because I get in my flow state, and it's just magic. I love it. To impact people. That's what we do. We want to impact people, and when people have a better life and they get what they want, and we can attribute to a little piece of that. That's what it's all about to me. It's about making that impact. It's not just it's great when my clients tell me, oh, they make I made $13,000 this week. That's cool, and it's awesome because you definitely you got to get out of the scarcity mindset and survival basically, and so you start making the money, and then that's great. But the thing I really love is all the other stuff that comes with it, right? Because enrolling calls really are probably the best thing in the world for personal development. It's everything comes up, all your issues, all your baggage, everything comes up and shows up on your calls. So it's just like life transforming, right? And when people tell me that how things are happening in their life, a client just told me that it's so inspiring that her goal is to make $100,000 a month, right? And it's kind of a little far away from where she's at. And I'm like, what would the person do who's making $100,000 a month do, right? So she's living in that mindset now, and she's just crushing it. It's just amazing. But everything's changing. The way she is with her family, the way her, it's just wonderful. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling today. It's 11:17 at night. Trying to get all this stuff set up to work has been a nightmare. But anyway, so what's coming up in 2019? And more importantly, how it's going to help you enroll more clients. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm going to be covering, everything that can come up on your strategy calls, your enrolling calls, discovery, breakthrough calls, whatever you call them. I'm going to cover everything that can happen on the calls, right? So if you really want to, if you've been taking a lot of calls and you're getting burned out and you want to hire an enrollment coach and you're just like losing patience and tired of spending money on ads, or maybe you stopped running ads and you have a group that's filled up and you're getting calls booked that way, it can, you really got to get this under control and really get it handled, or it's just going to be, the calls are going to be exhausting. It's just a downward spiral, So we're going to cover all the topics, everything from framing to, rapport, to handling objections, to you name it, and then how to get ready for your call, because that's important. A lot of people don't talk about that. How do you get ready before your call, and how do you learn from your calls? I know people that had 150 calls and enrolled maybe 4 or 5 and really didn't learn anything from the calls. So that's like, how can you, it's tough when you don't know what to listen for. How do you get better? You don't know. I don't know. I think I got to the pain. They cried. I don't know. It's always the price. You have all these things, and you got to know how to handle everything, right? So that's what we're going to help you with. And because to really enroll people, you really got to take it to the level of mastery. Not just being good here and there, being up and down emotionally, here and there. We really need to focus. We really need to develop the skills and the mindset. So anyway, I rambled way too long on this one, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's late. I'm going to bed, and I will talk to you guys on Thursday. All right. Take it easy. See ya. Bye. All right.